Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, this is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and this is going to be a brief video, and it's inspired by this interview that was conducted with Katt Williams. And so far since its release a few days ago, it has amassed 16.5 million views. All right, and it's basically gone viral. All right, and there's a lot of clips circulating online from this interview, which is a very long interview. I believe it's just shy of 3 hours long, and he names a whole array of names and exposes the inner dark workings of the entertainment industry. All right, he makes mention of Diddy, Ludacris, other fellow comedians, A-list and B-list, so on and so forth, and he completely exposes the deals, the compromisations that have been made, the wearing of dresses, everything is addressed in this very interview. And it just goes to show that this place, this kingdom of Esau Edom, is going down. All right, every facility of this man's kingdom is being exposed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, the Lord is putting the spirit on particular individuals to completely expose Esau Edom's empire and how it's run on a very low and dark and demonic vibration. All right, because he's exposing Jake, but who's the umbrella? All right, who is controlling the inner workings of this entertainment industry? All right, who are these Israelite men and women, all right, selling out to? Okay, and who are they getting the substantial amount of funds from? All right, they're getting it from the devil, they're getting it from the small hats, they're getting it from the ones that control, all right, the actual entertainment industry, all right, which goes back to the small hats, man. Okay, and he even made mention of this guy, what was his name, Harvey Weinstein, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Salaka if I'm not, but he had that whole U2 movement, and even Katt Williams mentioned how that guy had offered to basically suck his rod. All right, he actually mentioned that in this very interview. All right, so this guy is coming with he's coming with as he said, as he quoted, he's coming with receipts. All right, and he's basically saying that he hasn't had to compromise himself sexually on that level. All right, but many of his peers have actually done that. All right, and that's where his point of strength comes from in exposing these individuals, man. All right, so again, these are things that we've been talking about from the top on down, all right, for many years, all right, showing you that, these guys, have completely compromised themselves to Esau Edom, and they live a miserable life, all right, and they have to live with the fact that they've done abominable things and detestable works in order to, keep hold of that corruptible crown that they've got, from the devil, all right, from Esau Edom. Now, I want to start off right quick with Luke chapter 8 and verse 17. And it reads, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." All right? And that's exactly, what we are witnessing with this situation. and many other situations concerning the exposure of, the inner workings of this satanic entertainment industry. All right. It's highly satanic. It requires, rituals, blood sacrifices. Okay. And all kinds of, other detestable and abominable works in order for you to be a part of it. All right. And the inner workings of that industry is being exposed on a daily basis. Okay. And this is just another example of, light being shone on the dark works of this industry that has so much of our people entangled in. Okay. But ultimately, when you really survey it and think about it, it's really Esau Edom, being revealed even more. All right. Because again, he is the one that controls, all right, this industry. All right. He is the one that is ruling the world right now. And he is the one that our people, being Negros, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are trying to keep up with. All right. And that's why, they expose themselves. Okay. That's why they sell themselves out and compromise themselves on the highest level to try and, mingle in the circles, that you control. All right. And that's why the scriptures say, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him. All right. And who's the righteous? The righteous is our people. All right. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Okay. We are, the righteous, but, that we have been seduced. All right. Well, 2/3 of our people have been seduced by the ways of the wicked. All right. Because they want a part of that corruptible crown, like I mentioned. Now, right quick, let's get Jeremiah 49 and, verse 10. All right. And it reads, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." All right. So the Lord is really laying bare and exposing the inner workings of Esau Edom. All right. And how he runs, his kingdom. All right. And how he runs, these industries, upon the face of the earth in wickedness. All right. Because like I said, who is in charge? Who is the one, giving out these checks? Who is the one bending over, these these Jake, men and women, in order for them to obtain these deals? It's the wicked. Okay. It's the small hats. All right. And they have, particular, gatekeepers, all right, that they use in order to, control, who can come in. Okay. So this is, pure, satanic workings, being exposed. Okay. You must sell out if you want to be a part of Esau Edom's, establishment of entertainment. If you want to be looked at, as an idol, if you want to be worshipped, if you want that fame, you have to sell out. Okay. And that's why, many of these things that they have Jake do, to compromise himself, they have it on video. All right. So they can control you. And that's why they require, blood sacrifices, man. All right. To keep you locked into that circle and to keep your mouth shut. All right. But, the thing is with this Katt Williams, he's basically claiming that, he hasn't had to compromise on that level. And that's why he's able to speak so boldly, with receipts, according to him, about the things that he's experienced. Okay. So, it's a good watch. Again, it ain't nothing that we don't know already. It just really confirms what we've been talking about for many years. All right. Now, this is Matthew chapter 16 and verse 26. And it reads, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" All right. And that's exactly, what we're witnessing here. All right. Men have gained the whole world. All right. Riches, women, fame, so on and so forth. But they've lost their own soul. All right. They compromise themselves by doing detestable and abominable acts of wickedness. Okay. They're getting bent over. Okay. They're sucking rod. They're doing all kind of abominable works just to have that corruptible crown. All right. So they're destroying their own soul. Okay. They're not walking in integrity. Okay. And that's why, these guys always be wearing dark shades. They roll around in entourages, okay? They don't want to be left alone. I think it was Lil Wayne that said, he don't want to, or he can't, have mirrors in his house. Something to that effect, all right? Because they got demons on them, okay? These men are plagued, with demons. Jay-Z, Drake, Lil Wayne, all of these guys are plagued, with demons because of the acts that they've done in order to be in the circle of Esau Edom. Okay? Which they're not even on no level, all right? But just to maintain, that fame that they have in this world, they've had to do, grotesque and abominable works. Okay? You're dealing with some real dark spirits here, man. Especially Jay-Z, that guy is dark. You can look at that man's countenance and you can see that this guy is just filled of wickedness, man. All right, and that really goes for all of them. But there's levels, to the left-hand side of Jake, and there's certainly levels to the left-hand side, of the wicked, being the Edomites. All right. So again, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? All right, so a lot of our people, they need to be taken out. All right, there is no, remedy for them in this kingdom. They simply need to be put out of their misery, all right, and that reset button needs to be hit. And they got to come back in the kingdom, as newborn babes, all right, because they completely defiled themselves in this life, all right? Now, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 14. For Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. All right. So every work, must be brought into judgment, man. And as it says, and every secret thing, because a lot of these things that they've been doing is in the dark. All right. They're doing these things, at these, as Katt Williams mentioned, these Illuminati parties. He actually used that phrase in this interview. He mentioned the Illuminati parties, where, particular orders are given out, when you have to do, certain things and, certain meetings are had, basically. All right. And he mentioned that, in this video. All right. So all of these secret, negotiations and, these covenants that they've made, with the wicked elites and these, the handlers, because a lot of these guys have handlers, right? Kanye West, he's had a handler. He's actually said that he's had a handler, all right? So many of these people have handlers that control them, that will keep them drugged up, all right? MK Ultra, all of that, all right? So they can be manipulated and controlled. And so they can just be puppets for the wicked elites, all right? They have to push particular agendas, all right? There is no freedom in that entertainment, industry. Although they might, try and portray like they're, making their own decisions and they have their own, life that's not controlled, that's far from the truth. Everything they do, is orchestrated. Everything they do is controlled and manipulated by their handlers, man. Okay, that's why, when particular things happen in the world, they have to make a comment on it. All right, whether it be an alphabet issue, they'll have to, release a comment, being with, the alphabet community or, rebuking, a particular notion in society or, whatever it may be. They've always got to be on cue, all right, and be aligned with the agenda because they're not controlling, their own careers, all right? They're being manipulated and controlled by their handlers, by, the wicked elites of Esau Edom to push a narrative. That's why they will all, vote for a particular president. When it was Obama, you had all these Jake coming out, endorsing Obama. Then they started endorsing, what's his name? It's Sleepy Joe. All right? So they're all controlled, man. And they're all demons. All right? So that's what I really want to get in. That's what I really wanted to get into in this particular lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying unto you brothers out there and few sisters listening and learning. And until the next time, I'll say shalom.